Hey, what's up, y'all? I keep seeing this video pop up, and the truth, Mizkif, I don't know what it's about, but it keeps popping up, and figured let's react to it, whatever he's got to say.
Is this goodbye? No, it's not goodbye. Not at all. Explain yourself? I will. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things, and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know, pretty far away from this stuff at this point, but I am totally okay with...
Did he try to shave his eyebrow and then, like, miss and, like, cut into his eyebrow?
Exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people, this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it, but I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time...
Hundreds of messages. Sounds like this dude's got a lot to say.
Goes on, because why not? Before that, I would like to address everything that was said today. I wrote this myself, so I don't know if it's even good. I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have a lot of... half my screen right now is red, because I can't write for shit. It's not...
So, hundreds of... is this about whatever you wrote, or is this about your messages? I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
Your ChatGPT, shut up. So, this is April of 2021. We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing with her.
What's the Annihilator Cup?
My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with, so we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emaru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything.
Who's Emaru? I thought he said Emmy. I seen some chick named Amiru or whatever on a Asmongold video one time.
Because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya. Me and Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen.
So you wanted a girl for... why preferably a girl? For, like, her looks? Maybe to forward, like, to... try to get your channel boosted further because you got like a girl? Let me guess, I bet it's a hot girl.
And so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content.
How convenient. Now he needs a girl streamer to come move in with him, and now this other chick's got a stalker.
The guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship...
Kansas? Very much there.
...started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, Season 1. I love...
You over and over? Like, I can get watching it once every now and then, but over and over?
Because she made me feel like it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs, our legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well. And I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody...
You're grown people. Why would you have to keep it a secret?
Was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know.
Who gives a shit? People break up all the time. Like, why are you so worried about what other people are going to think about you if you start dating somebody else?
Oh, if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful. But
I'm backing up to the whole, like, you only wanted somebody in the house for a girl streamer. Like, there's already some red flags there.
no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Conrad's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay.
Stay strapped or get clapped. Like you said, you were in Texas. If somebody's inside with, yeah, that, always carry one on you, and you ain't got to worry about nothing.
First concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night, and on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine, and we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go.
Oh my God, a trauma bond. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. People that say, oh, they're my trauma bond. Yeah, you just don't know how to grow the fuck up.
We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other. Playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called
I thought y'all were moved in together.
Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love. First time I felt love for a girl.
Came on. What kind of radio are you listening to where Elvis just comes on? Like, one, people don't really listen to the radio anymore. Two, people normally listen to like some kind of streaming service or a playlist. Three, sounds like you put that song on. That song doesn't just pop up. Like, you gotta really be into some old ass music for that song to come on.
And I thought I'd wanted to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be...
Why would you be throwing stuff at her anyway?
Me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all.
Whoa, red flag. How do you throw your phone on the bed and somebody gets a bruise from it? And you stop. Like, that's a habit you had to throw your phone on the bed so hard that you give somebody a bruise? I think we're on red flag number 2.
All that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, Chad. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. That's so... Who throws their phone like that? Especially on the floor, but who throws it on the bed? Like, while you're brushing your teeth, you'd either like keep it in your pocket, set it on the counter of the bathroom sink. Like, nobody really walks around brushing their teeth. Like, you would have went to the bathroom either without your phone and left your phone there, or you would have just kept your phone in the bathroom with you. It's kind of weird. Like, and how long does it take you to brush your teeth that you can't just either leave the phone on the bed or set it on the counter for a minute?
I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it. And when she...
Lob it over because you're going to bed. So you don't charge your phone overnight? You just throw it on the phone on the bed after you like start brushing your teeth, and you just throw it over there and it lands where it lands and you're done with your phone till the next day? Shit ain't adding up.
That's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And
are they saying you did? Because it sounds like you did from what you said. It sounds like you did.
She even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her or my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth.
Okay,
she
what
did
about
tell
the
me
water
she got
bottles?
bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers, from the ones that would show up at our old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them. And
what does this have to do with you throwing water bottles in your phone at her? And why would you... Your story's not adding up, bro. Like, I want to hear her story now, because what you're saying right now, like, doesn't add up, dude.
Come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much.
Are you jealous?
And to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house, or anyone that was near us. She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else, and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she would tell me that if I had a problem, to let her know. And
something you're not comfortable with as a guy. Sounds like you're either one, a jealous person, two, no, just one, just a jealous person.
First, it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems.
What is OTK? I don't know what that is.
I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do. We had a doggy door, but
how do you lie to somebody that lives next door? Like, they don't see this girl going in and out?
Between our rooms, just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out.
This stuff don't make sense. Like, you wanted a girl roommate, preferably a girl roommate streamer, and you have other roommates, but you're trying to hide from the other roommates that you and the one that you wanted to move in are...
As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin circle, they never officially knew.
So you live in Austin, and you worried about people coming to the house. Once again, stay strapped or get clapped.
That stress alone would drive anyone mad, but our love for each other was strong, and we knew we could handle it. In September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others, trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life.
I can't say much about that. Like, I'm not gonna down somebody for claiming that. I know that's some serious stuff, but this dude sounds like attention seeking.
Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emaru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Emaru is Emmy, right?
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad that stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression that most of my hair started to fall out and Emaru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
Really? just going to be honest here. It looks like you're trying to force some tears. Just my honest take.
As this time happened,
couldn't get the tears to come out.
I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight and
trying to force the tears. That's what's going on here. He's trying to force tears out. He's rubbing his eyes now.
Being that Emeru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh.
Keep rubbing your eyes.
We would yell at each other, fight,
They'll start
and
watering.
argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain, but I thought it could be fixed over time since things were just so amazing that first year. But I'm so gay. But as we...
You can't make this up. Oh, he might be.
Stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of only mode.
I'm over here.
Emeru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
Just stroking my shit.
These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house.
Whoever's donating right now. They just keep adding to it. 777777. Oh, can't even. He's talking about some kind of rabbit. If they were so neglected in your house and you didn't do nothing about it, you're at fault too, man. And whoever you live with, all the people, roommates, everybody that lived there, you're all, if it truly happened, just saying, you're all liable for neglect to the animals.
My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible.
You got a cleaning lady, and you can't get the cleaning ladies to feed these rabbits. You can't get these people to feed the rabbits. You got a cleaning lady.
And my brother once came over and...
How much money do you make, man? You got a cleaning lady?
Said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you." Here is a video up close of Emeru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people...
Dude, just because they get mites doesn't mean they're neglected. Like, it happens.
...will say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage, being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and
They don't even look like mites. Mites are smaller than that. Those are rabbit turds right next to them, and if those are mites, those are huge mites. Those look more like gnats or something.
I'm not gonna sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
Those, I'm telling you, those look like gnats. They don't even look like mites.
This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage. I would tell her to take care of...
I used to raise rabbits. And mites, they get in their ears. They typically don't get on their fur and they don't get that big, typically. I mean, those, if anything, those look more like fleas than mites, but mites are really small. Those...
all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. In fact, when Maya came over during my cancellation, she actually commented on Emeru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected, and this is disgusting." Emeru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water, because they are her responsibility.
This sounds like a load of horse shit.
Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water.
So you made her put them outside and then complaining that they were outside, and you didn't make sure they had food or water. Like, you taking the time to complain about it, but you didn't make sure they had food or water?
Or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day, and what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her. The fights from these times started to get worse. I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after street...
There it is. I would use her for content. That's why he wanted... I told y'all in the beginning, that's why he wanted somebody to... The girl roommate, he wanted to use her for the content. Because he obviously wants somebody pretty to do it. I bet... I think I remember what she looks like. She is pretty, but like, you got to do your own thing, bro. You can't rely on somebody being pretty to help your stream or videos or whatever you're doing. Like, you're trying to get the attention of a bunch of guys because guys like pretty girls. Girls like guys. So are you trying to get the guys' attention or the girls' attention?
Would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came.
So you do have one. And 30 minutes sounds... 30 minutes sounds like a stretch, dude. That
Stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship,
I don't even think you're allowed to hold somebody for 30 minutes with, like, you either got to let them go or I don't know. That's weird. You don't hold, and especially like did they break into your house? Because you can't just hold somebody outside your house that didn't come into your property like that. Like, that's not how things work.
I felt, and the stalkers as a whole, really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times.
You were aggressive at times. I'm going to go back to throwing the phone on the bed and the water bottles where you threw it so hard she got bruised. I seriously want to hear her side of this story because your side, you sound like you're telling on yourself, bro.
To being controlling. I told her many things. I told her to dress with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas.
So you're a grown person trying to tell another grown person what to do, how to act, how to dress?
Stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole.
Do they scare you that bad that she can't talk about them? You hurt your poor little feelings.
Stop talking about past relationships. And yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person.
Yeah, if you got that much of an issue with it, you should have just ended it. Like... But your story doesn't add up.
I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
Fake
news.
Last
9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. Right. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone.
I thought y'all lived together.
And that increased our fights. But the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house.
So the stalkers were coming to your house for her? I'm so confused right now.
I knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last, but I didn't know how to get out of the relationship. She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave...
You're not making any sense. She didn't want to move out. She was at her house. You're at your house. This whole situation does not make sense.
My house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat. Every month went by the last year and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive and shouting to...
You know how you break up with somebody? Hey, this ain't working. I think we should see other people, or you should see other people, and I'm just going to stay single, or whatever. Like, that's how you break up with somebody. Not hard.
To increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me.
She threw a plushie at me. She's so violent. I threw water bottles and phones at her hard enough to make her bruise, but she threw a plushie at me. My feelings are hurt. Both of my feelings got hurt.
I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
There, once again, way worse. She threw a plushie at you. You're going to punch a hole in a wall to show her your manliness.
One time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she...
This stalker thing, dude. Sounds like you like talking about the stalkers more than anything.
She was in Kansas. She told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression.
What does the stalker have to do with either one of you threatening to hurt yourself?
Of the situation while it was happening. This is the situation. I told her that...
I'm freaking out. What is happening? I'm so confused. Call me when you can. I'll call you back later. I feel like shit right now. I literally want to KMS. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem.
Stalkers at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. Just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relation.
I mean, it's possible that both of you said it, but it really sounds like you've been saying it for attention.
This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers.
Wow. So this is where the stalker comes in. This
stalker who was at my house, his background picture was Emaru, and when he
how do you know what his background picture is? Like, did you go like stalk his Facebook after he left?
Talked to the cops. He was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and
it's not a 7-Eleven, it's a Quick Trip. A QT is a Quick Trip, not a 7-Eleven.
All they did is terrifying for these girls and terrifying for the situation in general. I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy at this point. I knew we had to end it.
Somebody up here. That's kind of what I'm thinking right here. That's what I think right there. I don't even know the whole situation. I want to go, I might do a, whatever her site is, reaction. I'm going to have to go look her up. But this dude, oh man.
One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted...
Yeah, because you were already telling her how to dress. I mean, maybe you didn't like the way she dressed. You wanted a hot chick in the house that was a streamer, and now you don't want her to be hot for other people to see.
That she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream. And
this is after you broke up?
I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general.
I'm lost. What happened?
stopped where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted.
You started to advance.
She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared.
That don't make sense.
And left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then. But we got back together soon afterwards.
Sorry for what? You were
And during
cuddling.
those last few months...
Like, how do you go to the next, like, you advance to the next, you started to advance to the next level. Usually, maybe, I don't know y'all's life, but that something ain't right. Something ain't right there.
We were fighting. We were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress. And we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want, and Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true.
This is
exactly what...
Because the other half of this, like, so far I'm halfway through this video, and not a lot sounds true. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I don't know.
Happened, and she cannot argue this. One day, after staying over Emeru's house, Emeru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it.
This is after she yelped? Because you did something besides cuddling? I don't know,
And I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go, I love you." That week, I made flights to Japan because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again. I have never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on.
I thought you were like half owner. That doesn't make sense either. Or group, or I don't know. I don't know what the OTK is.
Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream.
Oh,
but after
sure.
10 months, I know we're much better off without each other.
It's been 10 months? It's been 10 months since all this happened, and now you're making a statement about it?
Party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door, I said whoops, and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend. I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her, but I was never following her. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and...
I'm almost lost with your side of the story, man. Like,
trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation, and I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself.
Let's start with not throwing phones and water bottles at people. Like,
I've been single for the past 10 months, and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me. If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because I cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation.
No, not of course it is. Like, if the shit happened, you should be able to tell it like it was. Like, you don't need a script for the truth, man. That's how this doesn't make sense. I knew something was off. Like, I knew you said something about ChatGPT in the beginning. I guess I just didn't catch it. Like, you don't need a script to tell things that happened. Like, it sounds like you tried to carefully script this out. I'm just being honest.
I want to make this real.
It's not real. It's a script that you use ChatGPT for.
And that's it. Okay? I'm going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well.
Let's see them, because
if she has them.
Let's see those, because your side right now don't make sense. I didn't know this was going to be a breakup video when I started this. Or not even a breakup, like a breakup trauma. Like, but whatever. We're invested now.
I have things I will be leaking over the next few days
Let's leak
of
them.
other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have.
You got a lot of explaining to do too. Like, some of the, no, I'm just saying, it better back up really, really good.
That I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emaru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan.
Oh my goodness.
My plan for myself was very simple.
Use the rabbits? Like, you wanted to talk about showing proof of neglect of the rabbits, how she wasn't feeding or watering them. Something I didn't say earlier, but, oh, my light died. Anyways, something I didn't say earlier, but if you were going to say anything about the rabbits or, like, show pictures, why not show pictures of the rabbits and how horrible shape they are, how skinny they are, how dehydrated, how sick, whatever. All you did was show a bed with some fur, cotton, shit, and some gnats.
Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well. And that's completely understandable. Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said. And that is what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. Emaru abused those rabbits. She did.
Oh my goodness, give it up, dude. Okay, the rabbits, and stalkers. Holy shit.
If you're in Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside. And it's...
You abused them too if you didn't take care of them. Like, you're at fault too. Like, you realize this, right? Like, you're at fault. If they really were neglected and abused, you're at fault because you didn't provide for the rabbits just as much. They're in your household. You have to make sure that they're taken care of.
Disgusting. And I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing up in my life. But it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and Em...
Where's pictures of these dead rabbits?
It is I mentally have been fucked up for years, and I'm very proud of myself for working on myself, and I think leaving off...
I don't know, every time I've, like, seen an Asmon video, I hadn't seen I've seen, like, one video with Asmon and, this, I think I remember Emaru, whatever, I don't know, every time I watch an Asmon video, like, he tells it the way he feels. Like, he doesn't look like he sugarcoats shit and lies. I'm just saying.
was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me. I do believe that. I fucked up a lot, and I'm never gonna not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone. I never got kicked out of Austin, Texas. I left myself. I'm absolutely mentally fucked. I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better. I feel like I'm very calm right now. I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel angry. I feel that every day I'm trying to learn more and more and do better, but I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true. And I don't like that she was portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship.
There's never a situation where only one person is at fault. Like, that's never going to be the case where, I mean, well, I'm sure there's small percentage of cases, but nobody's perfect. Everybody's going to be at fault to some reason or another, but it sounds like, man,
and that's what it was. Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest.
Because it's about the money?
I was, and I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know, I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my
dude's got a cleaning lady. Like, it's got to be about money.
Life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous.
Jealous, envious, and angry at others for streaming? I don't understand. Like, do you, man? Worry about yourself. Don't worry about others.
When I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am, I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys...
Well, maybe you should try being happy for somebody else. And whenever they're doing much better than you, and maybe then you'll do better yourself. Quit.
You know, this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people, and...
Okay, I'm just as bluntly and unfiltered as I can be, and I'm not even going to beep it out, because there's no point in beeping anything out on any of these videos, but this dude sounds like a bitch.
It's a problem. It's a serious. I'm definitely way better than I was now, or I am now. But it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day. I am not perfect, and I fucked up with that. I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing. Did you really?
It sounds like you were competitive with your ex-girlfriend too. I mean, you were telling her how to dress and like how to act, apparently, from what you're saying, and she was streaming. So, and now you're talking about people streaming and you're jealous and mad and envious of other people. So was she like doing better than you at streaming and you got mad at her? Or the stalkers were better at streaming and you got mad at them? I mean, it can't be the stalkers. It's got to be her, right?
I have 150 miles an hour. I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas,
I don't know you.
I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally everywhere.
Try doing the speed limit.
I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where
that doesn't mean you can drive fast because you're in an Audi R8.
The freeways are open. I drive fast.
They are not open. Anybody that's ever drove through Austin, Texas knows that they're not open. I drive for a living. I have this saying. Whenever you hit Fort Worth or Dallas and you're going south and you got to go through Austin towards San Antonio, I call it Dallas-Fort Austintonio. Instead of Dallas-Fort Worth, like it's Dallas-Fort Austintonio. You got Waco in there too. But I mean, holy shit, there is no driving fast down the interstate because, if there is, you're swerving in and out of traffic. Maybe you've swerved in front of me. I should have run you off the road because you're driving like a jackass. But, there is no driving fast. Like, traffic is always backed up. Shit, you can't even get on the damn toll road and drive fast in Austin. The toll road gets backed up too.
All the time. I remember one time when she was picking me up from the airport and she was in her blue Corvette and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying. But I'll say this.
Oh. Okay.
I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the Mizkif in Austin, Texas, is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world. I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with.
Try finding a hobby besides streaming. Like, there's more to life than streaming. Like, I would like to stream. I'd like to do stuff, and like, I suck at gaming, so it wouldn't be any point in me streaming very much. But there's more to life. Get outside, ride a bike, go on a hike, like go to the pool, do something. Like, y'all are driving expensive ass cars. I know you got the money to go do something.
And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways, and
you can even film it and make content out of it. Go to fucking Six Flags or something. Shit.
Made her very stressed as well, and mentally the situations we were in, it just cataclysmed both of us. I was a very toxic person, and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her.
Yeah, you need to get out.
In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over, and the second time I broke...
Dude, I broke up with her, and then I really thought it was over. You broke up with her.
With her was forever. I did message her a lot afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where I did want to go back to her. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I was drunk. I thought I needed to, but
I gotta figure out what this OTK stuff is.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about. This is something I think that we went over, and I am glad that it is out there, what I just said. And that's it. So that's it. I said what I had to say. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will be back. I'm not leaving anytime soon. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
I feel like if he established that as a boundary not to post very early on, first year, and they were together and been around for like years together, here's my take. I'm going to assume that she knew and accepted that boundary. So now you can make whatever you say about him, and you'll be right. You say, oh, he's a controlling fucking controlling psycho, whatever. Then people are gonna say they're insulted, insecure. I agree, insecure bitch, 100%, definitely, right? Yeah. And I think everyone will agree to that. That's 100%, right?
I don't know what any of that has to do. But damn, there's still like 6 minutes left of the video. Is there anything else by this guy? Just this other guy talking? Okay, well, I'm not going to listen to whatever that is. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you hanging out. Like, I don't know what's up with this Mizkif guy. His story don't make sense to me. I got to go see what her story is to try to piece together what's going on. Maybe try to find an Asman video, because I hadn't seen a whole lot about either one of these two on Asman's stuff before. Usually I don't know. I seen Asman's video from reacting to something Trump said. So I don't know. I don't know. Whatever this guy's talking about don't make sense, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go find the Emmys and Maru. Just kept going back and forth. I think it's the same chick. I'm going to go find her video, see whatever she's talking about, because I think I've dived deep into some drama now. I didn't know it was going to be about breakup, but y'all come back.